I
Coming
need to
up
have
next
my
on
own
the
lane
Inherited
that
Podcast.
a lot of people can't get into that I can dominate. And there's not a lot of people, one, that are black, and two, that are 22 years old that can buy a franchise. So one day I just woke up and I was like, you know what, I'm going to buy a business. And then that just turned into me, okay, I'm gonna buy a franchise. And then easiest franchise to get into was the Subway franchise. So I stepped in full force and I went and did it, made the deal happen, and now we're here.
It just when I came home from college, I wanted to go back and do something that I always knew about. So my cousin he reintroduced me back to trucking. So I was with him for a couple days. So he was just, showing me, teaching me. I was like, all right, cool. Then I had hit up one of my mentors, Jason. I was like, I'm thinking about buying a truck. And he introduced me to Alex. Talking to Alex gave me game, and then we went from there. Because we had them talks. Like, we ain't doing shit, bro. We gotta get to the drawing board. Like, what are we doing? And we had them talks like damn near every other day, like for real. Or like he'll call me like, man, y'all bullshitting. Why y'all ain't posted that? Cause he done posted 4 times already. So he'll say like, man, y'all bullshitting.
Building a legacy, so watch how you step to me. You know it's inherited, ain't no comparison, stacking up guaranteed. Moving so militant, consistent and disciplined. Getting that paper and stacking it up, no time for no chillin', man. Building a legacy, so watch how you step to me. You know it's inherited, ain't no comparison, stacking up guaranteed. Moving so militant, consistent and disciplined. Getting that paper and stacking it up, no time for no chillin', man.
Yo, what's good? It's Sir Gates. You're now tuned to the Inherited Podcast, man. We are back with another episode, and today we have 2 special guests. But once again, first and foremost, thank y'all for coming back week after week tuning in. But today we have my guy Joshua Shepphard, the trucking guru, trucking genius, and also my boy CEO T.Wright, the youngest Subway franchise owner, man. So how y'all boys doing?
Doing good.
And I appreciate you for having me here, man. It's the best podcast setup I've ever seen, man.
I appreciate you, dog. I appreciate you, dog.
Yeah.
So look, man, so how we usually do it, right? I usually start off with an icebreaker, so I'm gonna ask y'all a question. We all gonna answer it, but which one of y'all wanna go first?
Josh,
You know,
go
man.
first.
Yeah, I go first.
All right, Josh. So look, man, so this is the question for today, right?
Yeah.
So would you rather never face another challenge or continue to learn from life difficulties on the path you've chosen? So no more challenges ever, or continue to make them mistakes and learn
Continue to
from
make
them?
them mistakes.
Why so?
Because if I rather learn from my mistakes so I can know how to not do it again.
Yeah.
So I rather,
Valid. What you think?
Yeah, bring on the challenges. And I don't say that for myself, but I say that for like the people that's coming after me. So like when I have a little boy, a little girl, or even like my wife, they won't have that luxury of the choice that I have.
Facts.
So if I learn the stuff now, they already have to learn it. So if I learn it now, I can kind of make the path a little bit easier for them.
Facts. Like I'll say the same thing. My mindset now where I'm at now, I would love to just keep going, not taking L's, but taking some losses, learning these lessons and growing, because therefore I can keep on learning. But like me and E was talking about earlier, if I was like in my 60s or 70s, it's like, man, at that point in my life,
yeah.
I probably won't want to face nothing else. Just I know what I
Nah,
know.
facts, though.
Let me keep going and do how I do. But as of now, I just love the process so much to where it's never a loss. Like I look forward. I want them to come fast. Just so when they do come fast, I learn 10 times faster. I know how to move. I know how to navigate and solve these problems better in the future. And also, like you said, if anybody else coming behind me, it's like, hey man, I've been there, done that.
Right.
Let me tell you what to do, what not to do. But you do got some folks who got to touch the stove to see if it's hot, and unfortunately, that's how they gonna do it. But again, I agree with both of y'all questions, so we got to hop right into it, right? So again, I had Josh on here before, so we kind of got some of his backstory. So what we're gonna do is dig kind of into your background a little bit, right? So I always tell people, like your past, what you've been through, how you grew up, your family, your friends, like your trials and tribulations, that's kind of play a big part of what molds you into who you are today as a man and also business-wise, right? So if you can, just take us back to the young days, like your childhood, how you grew up, school, just some of those moments of where you remember to say, hey, like this is pretty much part of what made me who I am today, whether it's go deep into kind of trauma or whatever it may be, but just so what was it like for you growing up as a kid?
So luckily, I can say that both of my parents did a great job with me, to the point that I haven't had any emotional trauma, I don't believe, from either one. So I mean, I was a regular kid, but I was straight A's, and then I didn't get like my first B till like middle school. So I would say intelligent, but I think my rate of learning was better than a lot of other people. So like the teacher would teach us how to do a math problem one way, and then I would figure out like 3 different ways. I'm like, why don't we do it this way? It's faster. Like I was that type of kid.
Innovative.
Yeah. So I was that type of kid, and so my rate of learning was just fast. So I think that kind of helps me like for the entrepreneurship side is because I can see different angles of how to do stuff. So like one person might teach it this way, and I'm like, you know what, that's a great idea, but if we do it this way, it might be a little bit faster.
Yeah.
So I think that helped me a lot. And then my mom, she owns a daycare, so she like I was around learning and kids since I was real young. So I think that helped too. And then both my parents are entrepreneurs, so I think that kind of planted a seed in me early on as far as entrepreneurship. But that seed did not blossom until I left college.
All right. So what was that when you left college? Like what was that like that pivotal moment to where it was just when that flower did start to bloom? You like, okay, even though I was kind of born into entrepreneurship, but I know for a fact for me this is my path. You remember like what that was or what happened and what the spark that inside you?
The spark was me not knowing what I didn't know. So like I was on YouTube like 3 a.m, watching podcasts, doing all that stuff, right? And then 5 o'clock I got to be up at workouts. We had 6 a.m. workouts, so it's like I wasn't getting no sleep. I had insomnia. I had to go get pills to sleep. Like it was just like and all of that was like over a course of some months. So when that happened, that's when I was like, okay, maybe I just need to try it. And that's when I started my first business while still full-time football and full-time student. And that's where I kind of got my taste of it. But I mean, it was always going to be there. It's just I had the confidence for it. It was just just waiting for that.
So what was your first business?
So it was an asset recovery firm. So I started that like in my dorm. I went on Amazon. I bought a desk. I bought a course, and actually the course was $2,000. My very first course. It was $2,000, and I had the $2,000, but I asked the different people in my family for $1,000 just to see who would give it to me. Just in case, when I do make it, I know to give it to her, right? So I had my $1,000, and then I asked everybody. The only person that gave it to me was my mom. So, of course, fast forward now, my mom can have anything that she wants. Yeah. So, like, when I came back and I actually got money, went and bought her a Mac because she was like, her computer's messed up next day. Went to Apple, got her the newest, biggest Mac that they had. So anything my mom wants, she can get, because if it wasn't for her giving me that $1,000, I wouldn't have been able to go make $30,000-$40,000 months without just that measly $1,000. So she get everything she wants.
No, that's a blessing to be able to do that. I always one of my goals for sure. Like even though like how I grew up, it was kind of like the polar opposite, right? Me growing up, it was a lot of struggle. I had to grow up at a very young age. I mean, nonetheless, at that age, I don't know like what decisions my parents had made to be in that predicament, but we just always knew at the end of the day, we got to eat and have somewhere to stay, and we got to survive, right? So as far as working at a young age, that was just there. And that hustle kind of just it sprouted up in me, because if we don't go out here and help mom and pops, no matter what they did, I ain't going to eat either. So just out of doing that, it just made my mindset of, you know what, anytime I do something as far as personal development or just trying to make $1, do it to the best of your ability, but just be innovative and creative for whatever it is that you're doing, right? And so just growing up, it was just so much of a struggle to provide. I always wanted to try to make my own thing to sell at school. Of course, it is selling candy route. Went to the neighborhood, raking yards for money. I always was dragging along with my pops, cutting grass. Like I was the dude in the neighborhood. My friends never wanted to come past my house, because if you seen me outside my pops, he'd tell, hey, y'all come over here. Man, my homie tell me to this day, bro. He said after that one time I went to your crib, he had us digging a trench in the backyard. Never did nothing with it, but ever since then, bro, my street, they'll go around a long way
to get over, so they don't go back to the house.
Yeah, bro. So like just stuff like that, it was just indoctrinated into me at a young age. So I got to share that same mindset of just being able to provide. That's what it was. So when things get to how they going, fans can have whatever they want. Like no matter what happened in the past, you got to extend grace, right? You don't know. Me being an adult now, I can see that ain't no telling what they was going through back then, trying to raise 4 kids.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it was just growing up as a teen. Yeah, I was probably had all these questions, was kind of hurt and just like, why would y'all do X, Y, and Z? But like say now in my life is like, all right, some trauma could have happened to them where they couldn't express to us then. So just give them some grace and just either have that talk, that bygones be bygones, and just forgive them, not saying forget, but just again, extend grace and receive grace. But having said that, right, so just fast forward a little bit to your journey now. So how did you step into the realm of becoming a franchise owner of Subway? So what was that like beginning process? Like how did it just sit into your lap to where say this opportunity is here, and how did you hone in on that?
Yeah, so I mean, I was like being fully transparent. Like I felt like I was having like imposter syndrome, where it was like the thing that I was doing like before the Subway was like credit and everything, right? But every time I got on Instagram, it was somebody new trying to do credit, get into the space. Like there was nothing proprietary about it. Like even what I do now is nothing proprietary about it, but it's harder to get into. So I feel like there were a lot of people that were, saying that they were this and they were that, and I felt like I was having imposter syndrome. So I was like, I need to have my own lane that a lot of people can't get into that I can dominate. And there's not a lot of people, one, that are black, and two, that are 22 years old that can buy a franchise. So one day I just woke up and I was like, you know what, I'm going to buy a business. And then that just turned into me, okay, I'm going to buy a franchise. And then easiest franchise to get into was the Subway franchise. So I stepped in full force and I went and did it, made the deal happen. And, now we're here.
So now that you on that franchise, right? So that's there. That's stage is set. So now I want to clash the two, right? So y'all been friends for how long?
Shit.
Since we was 9.
Yeah.
9?
Yeah.
How did y'all meet? Because it's crazy to see y'all been friends for that long, but both of y'all are doing some amazing things right now at a young age. I just wish more. I mean, there's probably a lot of young people who's on that wave and mindset, but it's very, very, very rare, dog, just to see somebody at y'all age really just, y'all mindset is locked in on, hey, this is my focus. I'm trying to build this for me, my family, whomever, and I'm going full-fledged. So tell a story of how y'all end up meeting, just how that friendship grew to this day.
So I was at Central DeKalb playing football, park ball, and one day we was at practice, and our coach brought him in there. And he came in, he was like, yeah, my name's T.Wright, but they call me Black Mamba. And he was looking like, Black Mamba. So cool. So, we played with each other from 9 to probably like 12U, 14U.
Yeah.
And then we've been cool since then, but he always been the same, though. Like, the time
Who was the best on the field, though?
Me.
Nah.
Listen.
Me. Different.
Me.
Different.
He was different.
He was the fastest, for sure. Definitely
I was
the
the
fastest.
most athletic.
Definitely was the fastest for sure. But I got the ball here and there, But of course he gonna go to his main, playmakers. For sure.
That's
how. Now I can say he did. I probably scored like one time. Other than that, I was a good blocker, so
He was a good blocker.
Okay.
We got a picture of that. I'm gonna send it to you so you can put it on the podcast. You got that shit going
send that
across
for
the
put
screen.
it up.
I was definitely a good blocker. You feel me? Like, anything that helps somebody, help us win.
So would y'all say back then when y'all met, is y'all recognizing each other, y'all had this kind of mindset, or back then was it still too young?
No,
y'all
it wasn't.
Wild out?
Nothing. It wasn't. I don't think we could say anybody then that we were like, oh yeah, because back then it's like there's only a couple roads that we think that we can go down at that age, right? Is like entertainment, football, or just go to college and figure it out. So we were playing football, so we're all riding on that. We're going to the league, so it was like that all the way up until really till the college, after we both left school. It wasn't any entrepreneurship, anything, because I went to school and I was like planning to get my MBA the next year, for free. So I was gonna try to redshirt just to get my MBA. Like I was gonna take a whole year off pretty much of football to go try to get my MBA for free, to make sure I was good like in corporate America. So it wasn't, that entrepreneurship thing wasn't born until we left school pretty much.
Was it the same for you, Josh?
Yeah,
like
it's like, when I got up there, it was like, why am I here? Like, I was just looking at people back at the crib. Not any people back at the crib, but like other entrepreneurs that was making money. I'm like, they don't even play football. So when I got up there, it became a job. And I didn't know, I want freedom to it. And I didn't like the morning workouts, the running, I feel like every time it was practice, I used to be like, oh, practice. Or I used to like fake it. You feel me? Or I used to like fake it like I had COVID to not go to practice. You feel me? That's the type of time when I was on. You feel me? Like, it was that bad. Like, I hated it. Like, even now, like, I don't think you can't pay me to go play football. I'm sorry.
So somebody said, hey, right now, well, you got to have some kind of athleticism over still.
You got to
give you 2-year contract for $12 million. You want to do it?
I will.
I'm going.
I will. I'm talking about like me going back to college.
Yeah.
Because it's still the schoolwork. I didn't like it.
Yeah. School pretty much never was for you. Like, what you the type?
Nah, school was good. Nah, school was great for me. Like, I never failed a class. You feel me? It was just when I got to college, it was just I didn't have no free time. Yeah. Like, I didn't like it. It got boring to me. Like, it became a job.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, that's not what I want.
So they say when you having fun and love what you do, is never pretty much like working a day in your life. So when stuff do become a job, I can understand how it's just like, man, I feel like I'm here just to be here, but knowing in the back of my mind, I really be wanting to do that, doing that, and my heart is really over there. But it sucks when people do drag themselves in situations like that and just stay there for a long period of time. Yeah. That's how you end up getting old with all these men. Like my boy Kai say, you shoulda, coulda, woulda. I wish I would have did this and that with my time. But knowing if people would just have that self-realization and just that self-awareness to say, hey, this is not for me. Just get up and leave. Especially like at y'all age, I would advise anybody, like, until you really lock in with what you're doing, just taste stuff. Like, you got, what Gary Vee always say, you got time, bro. At that age, you really do got time to get shit together. But me, I was testing until I was about 30. You know what I'm saying? At that age, they always say, like, me around 30, stuff kind of click. I mean, unfortunately for myself, because of my background, it took that long. But it was just like, at that time, I didn't want to do that. I knew I hated that. So I was like, man, let me not sit here and waste no more time in my life and just hone in and lock in on this one or two things to where get this 90% and get this 10 just in case, it can still come up at the same time. But for people who may not have seen your episode, right, get them a little bit of background of how you kind of got your feet wet in the trucking industry and like why you fell in love with trucking.
All right, so I feel like I grew up around trucking my whole life. Like I said, my granddad, my dad, my uncle did it. You feel me? I used to go out of town with them all the time. I used to ride in the back of the truck. I used to go to the truck yard. So that been like, okay, I like trucks. It just, when I came home from college, I wanted to go back and do something that I always knew about. So my cousin he reintroduced me back to trucking. So I was with him for a couple days. So he was just, showing me, teaching me. I was all right, cool. Then I had hit up one of my mentors, Jason. I was like, I'm thinking about buying a truck. He introduced me to Alex. Talking to Alex gave me game, and then we went from there. But it was a time where I was like, I need to go get me a truck. Like, I need to find me a truck. So my cousin texted me. He was like, somebody's selling a truck and trailer for $45,000. So I was like, is it worth that? He was like, the bad part about it is it got 1.7 million miles on it. So I was like, shit, I don't know. I don't know about that because I got to get the engine rebuilt, et cetera, et cetera. So I was like, let me think about that. So I actually talked to the dude. And when I talked to him, he had told me what's up. So I bought the truck. I literally bought the truck probably that Monday. And it sat for so long, I didn't know what I was doing. Like, I bought it, I didn't have no insurance, no authority, none of that. So I was like, I just wasted money on the truck, for real. Like, it was really over with. And then probably like 6 months after that, I finally got my feet wet, for real. And I started like learning. I really went back to the drawing board and started like learning for real. Then once I actually got the game, that's when I just started going crazy with it.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. Well, this is actually for both of y'all, right? Because sometimes when you see interviews and like you say, I was here, and here, and then I go in and bought the truck, or like for yourself, I was here, and here, and now I got a franchise. But it's just like, without getting into people's business, I feel like sometimes what's missing is just the detail of like, how did you actually do it? So especially when it comes to the funding part, right? So how did you at a young age, both of y'all, like, save up that much money to get, like, what was your process like to be able to fund your dream of what you wanted to do?
All right, so look, mine is a bit different.
It's real, like him to real.
I had money saved up, but not 45. My brother used to send me money all the time. So he was sending me money while I was in college, but he thought I was buying snacks and stuff. I was actually putting it up.
Hey, that's smart.
So I was putting it up every time. Even before I went to college, people was giving me money for going to college, his friends and stuff like that. Yeah. You feel me? And then every time he got paid for like his music and stuff, he'll, cut me a couple racks. So I used to just put it up.
Cut you a couple racks?
Yeah. Like 2,000-3,000.
That must be nice. I wish my siblings did that.
You feel me? But like, how far? I was far. I was in Iowa for a year. Left Iowa, now I went to California. So rent was high. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when, the stimulus was going on. You feel me? So you keeping your money up. You feel me? So you keeping your money in the back. And then I was like, for a rainy day. And when I got to California, I was like, nah, because it's dudes out there that's like, it was dudes out there like knowing if they don't make it in football, they have nothing else to go to. I know if I go home, I know I can probably, work my move and do something. Yeah. So it was like probably like beginning of summer. I was up there for 3 months. Then I was like, nah, this ain't it. So I went from there, came home. That's when I got the truck. But I didn't get the truck as soon as I came home. I came home August 23rd, 2021. I didn't get the truck till February 28th.
So your process of stacking was just pretty much having them smart. So let me not spend my bread and save this stuff.
Facts, because my mom was paying for my rent up there. And food, we had food in the kitchen,
Facts. That's a tough mindset to have at a young age. Bit bro sending me some rats he
was doing his thing though. He was doing his thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what was your story? How did you end up like financing your dream?
Well, my sister damn sure ain't give me $3,000. You know what I'm saying? But I was so I'm not gonna lie. Like the first business that I had, like the first 6 months, I maybe made like $1,000, And then after the 6th month, the 7th month, like forward, it went from $5,000 a month to $12,000 a month to $30,000 a month. And I'm not gonna lie, like I was living with my mom making $30,000 a month. I was making more than my mama, living with my mama. Man. So I was just stacking. So I was just stacking, and then, you know, finally when I got my crib, but either way I was still stacking. I didn't do big purchases. Like I had the same car that I bought. I bought 3 cars before I left high school, and I had the same car. I did not change cars when I made more money. I didn't change cars. I had the same car, stayed with my mom, and I was just working. Like the biggest expense that I had was my office rent. You know what I mean? But other than that, I wasn't spending money on anything. So I was just stacking. So when the opportunity presented itself, I had the money to go do whatever I wanted to do. So I wasn't spending it on chains and, you know, all this stuff that everybody, you know, tries to buy when they're young, the flash and all that stuff. Like they can have that. I'd rather, you know, be strong in my bank account.
Most folks want to wear their money versus investing in it and really funding what you want to do, dog.
And even if I didn't invest it, like I'd rather have it, you know, sitting in a high yield savings account or something than just putting it in, you know, jewelry, clothes and stuff. Like I barely bought that stuff. I still barely buy that stuff. So it's just like that's how I was able to go and move money when I needed to, because I, you know, stacked so much money when I was making, you know, so much money.
So, but then again, because like my generation, that mindset wasn't there. Like it's kind of preached a little bit, but it's just not there. So how did y'all get into a mindset of saving? Like, was that in y'all household? Like folks preach, like make sure you save your money to this, or it was just like a real deal? That will part just came. I'm just want to stack my bread and this is what I want to do. Because like I say, in my crib, it was like, yeah, save your money. But that's all they said was just save. Like save for what though? Like what am I doing at this young age? Got all this money sitting here and I'm not doing nothing with it. So how does y'all get that mindset of I'm not gonna spend what I got coming in because I know for a fact it's a bigger picture ahead of us?
Yeah. So I think for me personally, I think I kind of built that into myself because like I told myself I was gonna buy my car before I turned 16, which I did. You know, for some reason, parents always say they gonna help you. They usually it doesn't happen like that because you know stuff happens. But so mom was telling me that for years, and I was just like, I'm just gonna buy my own car anyway. So I was working, you know, since I was 12, 13 years old, and I went through that period of maybe like 2 years where every time I got money, I splurged. I had every Jordan. I went through that was like middle school, early high school. Like I went through that, and then after that, I was like, okay, the stuff that I want is a little bit bigger. So you know, for like I think it was like maybe 11 months straight. Every dollar I got, I saved. Like when I was working at a car wash, every dollar I saved until I, you know, went and dropped a whole stack of money on this car. And then boom, that just kind of stayed that way because it's like the stuff, it doesn't really have value to me, honestly. Like the stuff that you buy. Like I still have shoes in my closet I haven't worn since I bought in 10th grade. Like I haven't worn them. So it's just like it just I learned early on that it doesn't really have that much value in my life, honestly, to just buy stuff, honestly, truly. So I think that kind of is what allowed me to be able to just save, just keep saving. Man, I might treat myself a little bit here, but ultimately 80%, 90% save. Yeah, but I'm just saving because like, what else you gonna do?
What about you, Josh? How did that mindset come about for you?
It just started like probably end of 2023 for sure. It literally just started. Cause like he said, I was just buying stuff. Just
so you was I was cashing out.
Yeah, I was. Cause I never seen that much money before. You hear me? So I'm like,
it could be a shock to people.
It was a shock to me. So I'm like, okay, bet. Let me go eat out. Let me go buy this. Let me go buy some clothes. Let me go to the movies 3 times a week. Or let me go. You feel me? Let me go send somebody some money, or somebody asked me, let's go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Now, it was like I just say your money gonna say you. That's what everybody said. And then too. What he basically said, like the high yield savings account. I didn't know nothing about it. He told me about it. You feel me? I didn't know nothing about that. So now that I throw all my money in there, it's okay, cool. I see it gaining interest every month. I see it doing it. So like y'all said, I'd rather, you know, invest my money than wear it. So that's what I'm like, that's what I'm on. I don't care about the jewelry, the clothes, the car. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I could have been to go buy some jewelry. Could have went to go buy me a nice car. But nah. Like really playing a long game. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you gotta do, dog. Like
so really playing the long game.
Marathon quote, like it's really that. Cause like all this simple satisfactions now, you'll see. And I learned this fast. It's like once you have acquired at least 10,000 and spent it, and people may say, man, that's not a lot of money. That can go
10,000 ain't nothing, bro. I watched 10,000 go in 24 hours.
For real.
Literally.
For real.
Literally. I seen 24,000 When I first got my truck on the road, I made 10,000. I lost it the next day. Like no cap. I had to pay for maintenance. I didn't know nothing about maintenance.
Stuff like that. Especially when you get into your business.
Yeah, but if you're an entrepreneur, 10,000 ain't shit.
10,000 ain't nothing.
10,000 ain't shit.
10,000 is something you just throw away when you just, all right, cool.
Because it's like you say, if you've never been around a lot of money before in your life and you just see that large amount, it's like all you see for a long time is that high number. But you think half the time, I know with me sometimes, it's like, hey, I know I got this large number here, right? It's just in my head, but I'm still spending just saying, oh, I got 10,000.
Right.
But I'm spending, not kind of just looking, but it's 10,000 there. So I may got like 9,500 left.
Right.
Now I may got, instead of just doing the due diligence of, okay, I spent this, how much is really left? Now let's plan. But most people just like, all they see is, I know this big number is here. I can't spend that shit that fast.
Yeah.
But then over time, them $30 meals,
That's just start adding up.
And when you gotta go,
you add a partner too,
man,
that shit start adding up twice as fast.
$60 meal, they add up. And then sometimes you feel like, let me go hit some $100 meals. They add the gas to get there. That stuff, all the small intricacies of what actually going to spend the money.
Yeah,
those are expenses as well. Like getting your car services to be able to drive somewhere. Yeah. All that stuff just add up. So like it's like you learn. I guess it would be the hard way because you spent it, but then you got right. Like okay, let me just stop doing this and that. I got a bigger purpose in my mind to do this and that. But on your end, it was just in the beginning. I kind of knew what I wanted. I know shit. If I want this car, I can't get it without the bread to save it up. So it just seems like as well to kind of be successful and get to where you're going. Mindset is a big part of how you're gonna achieve whatever success looks like to you. Again, success is not always money. Success could just be peace, love, understanding, just a smooth selling life. But again, mindset plays a big part, right? So for y'all, what does that self-care look like to maintain a good, healthy mindset? Because again, being entrepreneurs, that stuff ain't easy. It's gonna be some long nights, some lonely nights, some angry nights. Folks get on your nerve when you ain't got time to do this and that. So how do y'all maintain that and just give some gems to, again, I really want people y'all age to be touched by this interview, but also like myself, I learned from both of y'all already, just meeting y'all 2 or 3 times, but what can y'all express as far as maintaining that a healthy mindset and that self-care to make sure y'all are sharp?
So I think if you're single, like if you don't have a partner or anything that's serious, then your group is your biggest asset. Mm-hmm. So like the people that you hang around, you know, your homeboys, homegirls, or whatever, what they're on is ultimately going to be what you're on. Yeah. Like honest and truly. So if they're on growth, if they're on, you know, getting to the next thing, if they're on bettering themselves every single day, mm-hmm. then ultimately you also feel the same way. Even in your low points, you'll still have them to kind of lean on. Mm-hmm. If you're with your significant other, then that person should not be like you, so they won't be like your friends. Yeah. But they'll be somebody that compliments you. So I mean, this is still kind of new to me, and I'm learning it, but I'm starting to see kind of the benefits of it. So it's like I have my group, so like Josh and like I got my group, and I want to do, you know, the whole entrepreneur thing, you know, go hard, yada yada. And then on the other side, where I'm, you know, sometimes it kick your ass back. Mm-hmm. Then I can go home, and then, you know, I can be kind of, you know, relieved, you know, from everything that's, you know, very stressful in my life. So I think that kind of helps with the mindset. Is I have kind of both sides that work together. It's like one is like, okay, we ain't doing shit, we need to do more. Let's go drill. And on the other side is like, it's all right, take a second, come on, we'll go ahead and we'll hop back on it. You know, tomorrow you get it together, and then kind of just flip flop between the two. So I think that's kind of the key to having, you know, the good mindset for it.
What about you, Josh?
No, same thing. Cause we had them talks. Like we ain't doing shit, bro. We gotta get to the drawing board. Like, what are we doing? And we had them talks like damn every other day, like for real. Or like he'll call me like, man, y'all bullshitting. Why y'all ain't posted today? Cause he done posted 4 times already. So he's like, man, y'all bullshitting. But that's the type, you know, I need that. You feel me? I need, you know, you bullshitting, or I need partners that's, you know, doing.
So y'all circles and y'all got a whole bunch of accountability in y'all circle.
No,
it is like that is rare, dog. No, like y'all, I could say y'all are blessed to be able to have built a connection like that. Because sometimes you have a group of people to where you may have some entrepreneurial minded folks, but 80% of the group is the shit. What we on? Where we gonna go kick it at? Y'all trying to go to the club or y'all trying to?
We ain't in that type of group.
You know what I'm saying? It's tough to find to lock in. Cause what percentage of y'all circle is entrepreneurship minded? Not saying they got to be like gun hole 100%, but it's pretty much all y'all just on that same of we got this goal, this end goal to better ourselves, leave a legacy. Is that what it mainly is?
Nah, I think I have like it's different. So we got like imagine a small circle and then a big circle around it. So I think the small circle like of just entrepreneurship,
That
like
lock
in my
in,
opinion, will probably be me, Josh, and Makai. And then on the outside of that, I got my boys that I can kick it with, like that I can we can do whatever with. Like they're not entrepreneur mindset, but they got they got their stuff going on. They got I got somebody that's about to be in SWAT. I got somebody that just went to the military. So they got their life together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they're not
That's the
entrepreneurs,
thing, they got
which is
life
cool.
together.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they got their life together. But if we're just talking about like 100% just straight entrepreneurship, making me get up off my ass is a real small circle. And that'd probably be like Josh and Makai. And then the rest, everybody else, they got their stuff going on, but they're not, going to the club. Like they're not one of those people. So I think that's kind of how mine works. Like I have a small circle, and then I have a bigger circle around it that has everybody else. That's not true.
So
just
how y'all stop
entrepreneurs.
from bumping heads though? Because sometimes when you with your peers and you may got somebody trying to push you and this and that's like, bro, like chill, bro. We the same age, like, bro, chill. So how do y'all just have that
Push
mesh?
you like what? What you mean?
So say if you was telling Josh how you say, like, bro, what the hell are you doing? Like, get up, dog. You got to post something, do this and that. Without him, and of course, his response is like, yeah, bro, you're right. Most folks is just probably be pushed back from that. Like, bro, just relax on me, dog. I know what I'm doing.
I'm getting
Y'all
on
so
his shit.
cohesive.
I feel like it's different from us because we already talked about what we trying to do. We already get in the chat, be like, this what we need to do today. This what we need to do to make $1 million. So if we had that talk already and you call me and be like, bro, you bullshitting while you ain't posting. If I take it a certain way, that means what I told y'all, I was bullshitting anyway. You feel me? So when they do call me or whenever they call the chat, I'm like, bro, what y'all doing? Like, y'all bullshitting. What y'all do? I know it's like, because they trying to push everybody. Just like you said. I mean, everybody's going to keep doing their own thing.
Yeah.
Nobody's waiting on nobody. Everybody will succeed at their own time, but as of right now, we also want to keep everybody accountable. So when we do pop out or like whenever we do go somewhere, everybody look the same.
Yeah.
Everybody's in one.
You ain't gonna
You
know
feel
who
me?
the boss.
You feel me?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So it's like, and then it's like having the confidence like in your group. Like and I'm speaking for me and Josh. So it's like if one of us had to go speak somewhere, I can trust that. Okay, I'll just have Josh pull up. We'll both, we'll tear the stage down. Cool. I can say that if one of my homeboys was like, not really into what they're doing, if they're not grinding as hard, I won't be able to trust them to deliver on certain stuff. Like even him, like Josh knew you before I knew you. Josh ain't have a problem putting the word in for me because I'm coming with it. Like no matter like, I'm coming with it. Like I have the track record. I have I can speak whatever. I'm coming with it, and that only comes from us pushing each other back and forth, and we know what each other's capable of.
Yeah.
So if we had a group where it wasn't like that, then I mean it's not really a real entrepreneur group then.
Facts. I kid you not. Like when he first came, he spoke about that same thing. Like, yeah, man, I got these guys back at home, bro. When we got down, ain't doing nothing. We telling each other, bro, get off your ass, dog. This and I'm like, I wonder who he talking about. What is it? He said, he always said whenever he went somewhere to a podcast, or I think he was talking about telling me to pull up with you or tell somebody. You always tell somebody to pull up.
It was my partner TJ and AC. I take them everywhere with me.
Yeah, TJ and AC.
Hearing stuff like that, bro, it's just like, but it's just always my lows. Y'all so young, bro. It's like, but this shit is. I just wish a lot more of my opinion. Not even saying like close friends, but just my age group. Yeah. It's just so much independence. I want to shine. Folks, I want to fall in line and play their role. If they'll just know, bro, everybody don't got to be in the spotlight. You got some very, very, very successful number 2s and 3s out here who behind the scenes, but they
making a bag,
going crazy.
That basically goes back to basically what he was saying. Basically what you said about the football. He was running the ball. I was blocking. You feel me?
You're right. Same thing.
As long as I'm doing something to help us win, I don't care what.
We both winning. Like,
I don't care.
But then you got to still have that trust too. Is like if somebody else number 1, number 2, like I trust, bro. Even when stuff pop off, not saying like left behind, like he ain't gonna do nothing for me, but he ain't gonna leave me high and dry. Cause I know for a fact we in this thing together, dog. This is we helping each other get to the main goal, and it's just a beautiful thing that y'all boys can do that, right? So if y'all had to just give, and again, and I want this to be specific to y'all age group, like at least 3 gems a piece as far as like how to get your mindset together, how to stay focused, and how to block out all the BS. What was y'all top 3 tips be to somebody? Because again, you guys' a generation, y'all kind of 10 times more live than we are. There's more access to a whole lot more distractions, shall I say. So what would y'all say to get them some gems as far as to get on their shit right now?
For the mindset, like for mindset part, I just be like, really lock in on whatever you want. I mean, what's here now gonna be here 30 years later. It's gonna be here 10 years later. So if one day you got work to do, don't go out. Work because that same outside gonna be there when you go back next week. You feel me? And when it comes to blocking out the BS, I just feel like, me personally, I know what I'm going for, and I know I'm gonna get there. And anytime I want something, I put a date behind everything. So like I told myself, I wanted a truck before February was out. I got it literally on the 28th of February. So it was like, I knew where I was going at, and I knew I wasn't just trying to shoot anywhere.
Yeah.
I had a target, and I shot my target. So
hit that
you feel me?
too,
That's when
right?
I tell a lot of people that too, because they be like, I don't know really what I want to do, but I know I want to do this, that, and the third. I tell them, you gotta focus on one thing, and that should be your target. And just as soon as you hit that, do it for a couple months. Now you want to go shoot another target, go ahead and do it. But focus on one thing, block out the bullshit. And I promise you'll probably get
That
to wherever
one
you're trying
thing
to
I
go.
tell you is so much key. Because I just say, if I can focus on this one cup, and I just keep filling it and keep filling it. I may still got all these other ideas and these other shot glasses, but until this cup get full, I can't pour enough into all these things to keep going. So that's
it goes around your circle too. Definitely, you know what I'm saying, your circle. Like my circle is real tight. I don't think I have nobody that's around me that's probably like on bullshit right now. Everybody that's around me handling their own business and, you know, doing their own thing. Everybody be in their own world.
Yeah.
Kai, Tommy, Keon, everybody be in their own world. So I feel like you gotta have the certain people around you to make you know go ahead and do your thing and you know actually focus. Like they keep me dry, they keep me motivated. You feel me? So
That's how it should be though.
and
man.
I love it. Like every time I get on a YouTube or TikTok, his video like all his videos pop up. I'm like, let me go post. let me go post real quick then. Like you feel me? So it's just like I like having the people that's around me. That's
And it's kind of
actually
it's
doing
like
their thing.
fun competition too. Like we're not in
facts.
competition with each other, but it's like you say, man,
Yeah.
brother, all right, I'm not kind of one up you real
Yeah.
quick. It's all fun and
Facts.
game, but it's still gonna be the
We
the
always
outcome.
talk about who makes the most money. That's all me and him talk about. Like, we're like, nah, you rich. Nah, you rich. You just bought this. Nah, you rich. You just paid for that. Nah,
Yeah.
you rich. Like, you feel me? Like when I got in the car with him, he was like, you rich, bro. I'm like, nah, you rich. like those type of conversations be the fun
Yeah.
conversations because you know you argue about like who got the most money. So.
Yeah. So what about you, man?
So I mean, just going back off what he said, I think your circle is the most important. Honestly and truly. Actually, no, I'm lying. I think it's the second most important. I think the most important is like you gotta have a target. So it's like a lot of people are just walking with no destination to go. It's like driving a car with no destination to go. And a lot of times it can like make you get blinded about how much time actually went by. So it's like you don't know where you want to go, but you're just like, I just need to do something. But you're doing half of other stuff. Then you don't go anywhere. So you have no idea. You have no idea where you want to go. So I think you need to have a target, and that target should bleed in your soul of not having it. So like me, honest and truly, like not making like $50 million a year and not having a Ferrari and a big house. Really, like, it makes me want to claw my skin at night. Like, I'll lay in bed, like, bro, what am I even, like, sleeping for? Like, why am I laying in bed? I'm sitting on the couch, like, I'll get on the game, and I'd be, like, wanting to throw my controller at the wall. Like, why am I even doing this? It don't make, like, and I say that, like, we'll talk about this all the time. Like Makai, I'll be like, bro, why you sitting down? You don't got $1 million yet. What you in the bed for? Like, I'll call, like, 9 a.m. One of us in the bed. What you in the bed for? You ain't a millionaire. What you doing? Like, what are you, what are you doing? Why you breathing like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how it is. So I think if you get a target and the target makes you so uncomfortable that you don't have it, then you'll do whatever it takes to get there. I think a lot of people choose goals that are not, I don't want to say far-fetched, but not as big enough to the point it's like, bro, I don't know why I don't have this. Why can't I have this right now? Like, I'm like that with all of my goals. Like, there's never been anything that I told them I was going to get, whether it was like a car or this or that, and I didn't get it. Only because until I get it, I'm like clawing under my skin that I don't have it. So until somebody gets like a goal like that, I feel like they're kind of just like running in place. So if you get a goal and you have a good circle, then you can kind of it'll help with your mindset. Just surround yourself with people that you want to be like. So I watch podcasts a lot. So much is so that apparently when I get on podcasts, I sound like the people I watch. He said I sound like Alex Harmon.
No, that's his son.
How you did say that? I was on the comment once. How you guys just said
He said I sound like Alex Armosy. Like, but
have you ever watched Alex? Like,
I haven't.
Bro, I want you to go home and watch it one day. Watch it and think about him.
bro, I watch him like
twins, bro.
I watch him like a hot bro because he's somebody that kind of idolize.
Yeah.
So like the stuff that he's doing, I hold very highly. So I watch him a lot. So I mean, I started to pick up little mannerisms, and I hope I pick up the mannerisms that make me $100 million. So if somebody does that, they have the right. If they have the right circle, they get a target, and then they get around people or listen to people that they want to be like. Then there's no way you can fail.
Facts. And
then go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's like at the end of the day, people lower their goals to to actually reach them. It's like the floor is the standard, the ceiling is the goal.
Yeah.
Certain people will lower their goals just to meet really just to meet it.
Yeah.
I'm not lowering my goals for nothing. You feel me? Because it's like it's no point. Like I know what type of car that I wanted by my 23rd birthday. I'm not gonna lower my car for some bullshit. You feel me? Nah.
Just feel like I did it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I told one of my partners, because he said his dream car was a Scat. I said, you can go get that Scat tomorrow morning. So once you get that Scat, it's like your goals was too low. If you can go, I feel like if you go get your dream car tomorrow, your goals is too low. Like
that mindset,
it's bullshit.
Yeah.
So I feel like me
easily attainable,
and I know what kind of car I want. I can't go get that shit tomorrow. That shit is dead. I need some work. I got work to do. You feel me? I got a lot of work to do to go get that dream car. So no, I just feel like don't ever lower your goals. Like
and
just
that mindset
like just
help
to meet
you
them.
grow, dog. Like you say, if I'm trying to reach this goal up here, imagine what all you got to do in between to get there, and all them building blocks.
Tribulations.
Man, it's gonna help you get there. You're gonna grow as a person. One, as a man, gonna grow as a man, and just really step into your purpose of what you're doing in life. And I heard y'all both say again, like more than one time, this whole circle thing, right? So has there ever been a moment to where either in the past or now, like y'all have had a circle and somebody was just like, bro, you really ain't on the same thing. Y'all had kind of distanced yourself from. Y'all had one of those moments before? We're not saying like kick somebody out the circle, but just like we can't even rock with you no more.
So we have had friends that wasn't on the same type of time, and we ain't gonna say we kicked them out. We just distanced ourselves.
Yeah.
It always been us three. Like when we first started this entrepreneur thing, like once we came, so he was posting, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. That was all right. Tommy on the same thing I'm on. Then all right, I grew up with Kai too. Me and Kai went to the same elementary school. He literally stayed in the next neighborhood over. So I was just like, we might as well just, click up and then start doing things. And we just went from there, like, because it's all of us like childhood friends for real. So we never really just kicked somebody out because we never really let people in. But we have had friends on the outside. Like basically you said, you got your circle, then you got a bigger circle. Yeah. The bigger circle is the people that's not on the same time as us. But, they're not just on bullshit. But they're just not on the same time. Like the conversation I will have with him, I won't have with them. For sure. So I got outside friends, I got business friends, and I got friends that I just want to talk shit with, and that's how I separate it. So
I don't think we've never like booted nobody. No, like you ain't know that. Okay, it's not that strict, bro. Because it's a lot that goes into life. Entrepreneurship is not 100% of life. Some people are not entrepreneurs. Some people don't want to be entrepreneurs. There's nothing wrong with that. Right. So people that are not on that, but what you're not going to do is, bring things that can harm my lifestyle with your lifestyle. So like, I'm not going to be close to anybody that's, going out a lot. I'm not going to be close to anybody that's, real super gang affiliated with all this stuff that could bring, I'm not going to be with you like that. Like, I'm not going to be out there like that. Anything that can destroy what I'm trying to build, I distance myself from. So if you're doing your thing that's not entrepreneurial, cool, do your thing, but you also can't bring the BS this way though. So that's kind of how I kind of leverage like my distances between certain people. It's like, how likely is it that I might get fucked up, or how likely like that is like, okay, cool, you a phone call, that's it. But anything, we're not popping out together. We're not. No, I'm good.
No, for sure. It's definitely phone calls. Yeah, it's more phone calls than us actually.
Yeah, I'm not popping. Not 30 dudes. I'm not popping out with 30 dudes. Yeah, 40 up. Like
sometimes
40%,
that's a track trouble right there. I'm like, these folks, then they deep. Some folk the ego here.
But then your energy gonna fuck up the room. Though. Yeah, I done been around people where they be like, damn, like, cause when I go talk, so like even if I'm with my brother friends and they talk about some stuff and I indulge in the conversation and I say something, they be like, damn, Josh, why you say that? And I explain why I said it, and then they be like, damn, okay, cool. I see exactly what you're saying. So my energy already, it comes off as it already. So sometimes your energy will really fuck them up, and they'll remove themselves. Yeah. But then it's like, because like I ain't okay. I feel like I will make you believe in something that you don't even think you can do. Yeah. Like I'm a firm believer on nobody stays the same. You're either going backwards or you're either going forward.
Yep.
nobody stays the same for real.
Yep.
So when I get around people that think they're just robots and then in one place, I tell them you're not moving forward. You're actually going backwards. So like, how about let's get back to the drawing board and let's try to move forward. And then we'll go from there. And then they'll see progress and like, damn, I was going backwards. I really wasn't just going forward. So it's just like I like to help everybody. You feel me? Like even if like. You know what I'm saying? Even the street niggas that I do run into sometimes or do DM me, I like to hit them out. I like what they DM me because they be like, damn, I need help with this LLC, bro. Call me for that.
Yeah.
Text me for
call
that.
Me, trying to drive down 25.
Yeah. Call me for you trying to get the LLC. Like how should I start this business? Or, I'm proud of you, bro. You doing your thing. Call me for that type of stuff. So when I do go around and I do talk to them, they be like, damn, yeah, this young nigga really smart as fuck.
Yeah.
You feel me? So.
And at least you authentic with it, right? Because it's like when I grew up, coming from Decatur, it was a lot of that, right? But my homies knew that Gates, like I'd be down to ride with y'all on certain, but they knew for a fact I had a line I would never cross.
I'm not even down to ride.
On God.
I was young though, so it was just like back then because it was just
that's real. That's real. It got to the point like people they'll be like they'll talk about it like we in a group we talking about it and they'll be like, yeah, we ain't even gonna invite time. We know time ain't gonna go. I swear to God, exact sentence. I'm like, you damn right.
Because it's like when you set your boundaries. I learned at a young age like okay, all the dumb stuff we could have done, they just knew for a fact. We maybe as a kid. Y'all want to go steal something from the gas station? All right, cool, that's something. But something like, we about to go riding, they know we not about to ask him. Because again, sometimes my crib, that was kind of a safe haven. My parents was the type to where, yeah, homeboy can come over and say, you want something to eat? Cool. So they knew, and then some things just kind of looked out of pocket because they seen how my parents were. They're like, man, you ain't about to come in here and do this and that. But on the flip side, because me growing up at a young age, I was never at home. I was outside as a kid. Like, if I tell my parents' stories now to this day, they were like, what? That was going on around this neighborhood. I'm like, y'all would never known, but I never got in trouble because my friends knew, do not ask him to go do this far-fetched stuff. They know for a fact, bro, I'm not doing that. But I'm still was cool with them. They'll still hang out, but it's just a certain line you just shouldn't cross and just set those boundaries. But just to kind of just get back on entrepreneurship, right? Do y'all believe in routines?
Routines.
Not even necessarily like a morning routine, but just this is my routine day to get through to help me accomplish my goals.
So I got an app. It's called Structured, and I put the time I wake up every morning is 5 a.m. to go to the gym. So, but I have it on there. So I got 5 a.m. gym. Then I probably get home around like 7:30. I take another nap from probably like 8 o'clock to about like 9, 10 o'clock. From 10 o'clock, I got Zoom calls. I got I schedule for like. If I gotta call the bank or if I gotta call my mom about something, I schedule my whole day out so I know I'm going in order and I ain't just going along. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I just started that though, like probably a month ago. You feel me? Cause I'm trying to buckle. Yeah, I'm trying to buckle down on everything. So like June, I just did like a whole June to-do list, and I got a lot of stuff on there. But June finna end in like a week or two. Yeah. So I got a lot of stuff to do. So like, I mean, I did like for my YouTube videos and like personal life stuff, truck stuff. Half of them are marked off, but I do believe in routines because at least I can know where I'm going or like what I'm trying to do. Because at first I was going along with the day, just shooting. You feel me? Yeah. I used to miss Zoom calls someday. I'm like, damn, I did have her on Zoom. Then I'd be like, oh shit, I got him at 4 o'clock. Damn, I got another one at 4:30. How the hell out? You feel? I wasn't organized for real. But now that I got like that app, I'm very organized now. So a routine is definitely needed. I say it. Everybody else different.
I agree.
Me personally.
It keeps you structured. Like I learned that big time in the military is how we had to do all this the same thing. It like the same different thing every day kind of say. So like, of course you don't get up and work out every morning, but for a fact between this hour and this hour, we're focused on this and that. So just learning that, it was just like, man, just trying to shoot your shot all day. That stuff get overwhelming sometimes.
I used to miss a lot of stuff because I wasn't organized with a whole. Like I literally just did my June to-do list, like at tours like that in the May. And I was like, okay, cool. Now I know what I gotta do for the whole June. Post videos, drop content, do this with the truck, go here, apply for that, do that. So now I know, okay, I'm checking them off as I go. So I know that I'm doing the same thing next month for July. So I know
watch
exactly
how
what I do.
stuff change. You know stuff's going great, but watch it just be.
But like I said, I just started though. Like I'm just not like buckling down on.
You
a whole
took
lot
the
of
initiative
shit.
though, so salute you for that, dog.
Yeah,
what you think?
That's probably my biggest like flaw is I cannot schedule shit. Bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's like I'm hearing y'all say how y'all do. I'm like, damn, bro. I'm like, I don't do none of that because it's like maybe I think before the Subway maybe I was doing that, but like after the Subway, it's like I'll figure out what my schedule is for the day in the morning. Mm-hmm. So like I don't open up my stores anymore. Like I can't say the last time I opened up my store, but I'll wake up and I'll look at who's gonna be at my store for the day. And then I'll see what gaps I have, If I have the whole day, cool. I have the whole day, then I'll just knock out whatever I got to knock out. But I don't have a schedule where I can schedule like 2 or 3 days before because shit be happening. Like just like yesterday, one of my assistant managers was in the hospital yesterday, so I had to go close yesterday. So it's like I'm not good at scheduling. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not good at scheduling. I'm trying to get better at it. Like I just bought a clock that goes on my door. So like when I have big things that I have to do, like I'm dropping my community in next week. I have my clock that has like 6 days, 4 hours, like it has that type of thing, and I'm like, okay, I need to get this done because I got this much time, but I don't have a 12 o'clock this, 1 o'clock this. I'm not there.
It's tough to get there.
I'm not. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not there. So I think it's definitely it's needed and I think it helps. But as long as in the beginning of the day you figure out what you have to do, I think that's bare minimum. If you can do that, you're fine. If you can do that, you're fine, and that's what I do. Yeah.
Because like and the app, I may gotta hop on that too.
It's called structure, but it's
manually.
It's AI.
I love AI.
Yeah, it's AI.
Folks be hating on AI, but
it's only $39 a year.
Oh, shit. Let me get that. Because it's the times I've done it, and I'm listening to podcasts, they always say, do it the night before, but sometimes my nights are just as busy as my days, so trying to sit down and wind up, because how my mind work, my mind just be going, bro, and sometimes I hate it, sometimes I love it. Like at night, even if it's not like business focused, I'm thinking about the most random stuff. Like it just won't stop. But the days I do get a pen and paper, make me a list, and just even if it's like a monthly to-do list, I know for a fact if I can just check up all the stuff in that month, whether if I do some of it the first week, like one thing the first week, the second week I may not be motivated, get a little lazy, but that third week, knock out 4 of them things. But see, that's how I started off. But that app, I think that's gonna help me out 10 times more.
Because it notify you too, like.
Okay.
Like 10 minutes before that or 5 minutes before that, like it updates you every time.
Yeah, I got to.
So like I love that app, and I found it off of ad. They really need to give me an endorsement because I just put it out, so they need to endorse me. But no, for sure that app is definitely good. It's definitely
because structure just help out everything. Again, that bounce back to the military. That's one of the biggest things I learned. Just have some kind of structure in your life, because if you don't, like be in between these barriers, if that stuff just wide open, you're gonna spill out this way, you're gonna spill out this way.
Football too.
That's smart.
Like I said, I like when I stopped playing, like when I came home from college, I said football definitely taught me how to be on time, be respectable, and that's it. Oh, and yes sir, no sir. I mean, you feel me? Like football have taught me a lot that I could use later on in life. So I don't regret stop playing football. I tell everybody I don't regret anything. Yeah. But football have taught me a lot from playing it from 6 years old until 20 years old. I feel like I definitely learned.
I think that's just life. It was discipline. You can learn from pretty much anything. If you got that eyesight and that mindset, you can learn from kind of anything you do. If you're sitting here at home cooking and you burn some food, that's pretty much saying, hey, in life sometimes pay attention to what you're doing, focus on that one thing and get it done. So like, that's just one of the glories of life. It's the biggest teacher that can ever happen to you, dog. Sure. And even just speaking of teachers, you said you met Jason, and through that you met Alex, right? So how important is mentorship to y'all?
I'm gonna let you handle that one first. You got more.
Yeah, mentors. I got 4.
Dang,
I got 4 mentors.
Got the whole circle of CEOs.
I got 4 mentors, and I think it's needed. It's needed because you can see people on the internet and you see what they do, but if you don't know them physically, and I can call each and every last one of them up all the time and say, hey, what you think about this, or what should I do about this, or how should I go about doing this way? So I think mentorship is needed because if that's who you idolize and that's who you want to be like, you need to know like the actual behind, and they keep it 100. Like they gonna let me know if that's bullshit or no, bro, do not do that. So I think mentorship is definitely everybody need it. I mean, if your mentor don't got a mentor, that's a problem.
I heard
you know what I mean? If your mentor don't got a mentor, that's a problem. Because it's like, who is he learning from?
Facts.
I know who I'm learning from, and now I got mentees, so now they know, and they know who I learned from. Because when I got on the phone with somebody the other day, I was like, "Oh, you be with him 500? Oh my God, bro, how do you get with him?" He said, "Damn, it cost $50 million to give that man. I've been trying to give him for forever." I said, "Yeah, that's my mentor." Then, and then he was like, "Well, I know for a fact you can help me reach my goal." I'm like, "Yeah, for sure, definitely." So a mentor is definitely like.
So how did you meet him though? Like, what was that?
How I met him. So how I met Jason. My friend DeAndre Jackson used to work. You know what I'm saying? Like work out with him. So I went with him one day, and we clicked. We started working out. After that, I followed him on Instagram. I was like, this nigga on the gym. He ain't playing football. Cool. So I was watching him. I got to college. I'm like, this nigga making money, and I'm in college, bro. Like that. Like it can't work like that. So I told him that I wanted to start a business. Then, we was learning on the entrepreneur side. He was giving me game just down the third. Then when I came home, I had went to his daughter's prom because his daughter's like my little sister. So I went to the prom, and I was standing outside, and he was like, "Yo, him 500 is in the kitchen." I said, "What?" Bet. I walked in. I said, "Bro, you have nobody in recession-proof 21 making 100K with trucks. 2 trucks at that." He was like, "You right, I don't." And he was like, "Tell me a little bit more about yourself." I told him, and we clicked on the suicide thing. So his best friend committed suicide. My big brother committed suicide. So he was like, "Bro, I rock with you." He was like, "And I'm going to put you in my stuff for free. And I just want you to come learn. Do not miss a meeting. Do not miss a Zoom. Come work." And then from that point on, I feel like I seen my digital products get better. I seen like the way I structure like, my mentorships, my communities. I feel like that got better because me learning from them because they already have it. So they already got the blueprint. So just copying off them and linking up with him all the time. And when we link up every Tuesday, the second Tuesday of every month, we literally be there from 10 a.m. to like 6 p.m. at night. So it's he's letting you ask questions after question after question because he want to help you. And then when we get on Zoom, we'll probably start at 8 o'clock. The last Zoom call, we didn't end till 1:30 in the morning. He's going through everybody, letting everybody ask a question. He's going to tell you how to do it and how, different apps or different people he can connect you with. Like, that's how genuine he is. So, and then when he told me he was going to help me make my first $1 million, and he kept his word because, like I said, anytime I text him or ask him for advice, he literally responded like in a heartbeat. So I feel like he definitely a genuine, like he's definitely a genuine person for sure. So that's how I met him. Alex, same way, was at Jason's house, pushed up on him, got with him that way.
That's beautiful.
That's it. So, I think mentorships is definitely like.
I'm still like myself. Like I've had more like non-personal relationship mentor, like he said you should have, because it's like everybody was online giving out game. But I know for a fact to be able to, like, to say lock in personally with somebody, it just make it that much more 10 times better just because for a fact they care about who you are and what you are doing because they're talking to you face to face. But listen to somebody online, you really just getting the surface of the base of what it is. Because again,
because you know who they are off camera.
Yeah, exactly.
I know how all three of them act off camera because I done been around them, and I know like. Some people probably see him like, I don't want to ask him no question about business. I think he might be bougie. Hell no. I pulled up on him. Listen, you know what I'm saying? Listen here, right? Boom, we went from there. So yeah, I think having a mentor is definitely like, it's a good feeling because like you got somebody that's somewhere where you want to be at.
Facts.
So now I know I can ask him, and I know if he made over $1 million, I know for a fact since he said he gonna help me make it, I know that I can achieve it. And I see my business going up and up, since I have been with him. I didn't know how to do the digital product part. I didn't know how to actually structure a community. I didn't know how to actually make content for real. I didn't know how or really what to talk about. Yeah. So being around him and then being around like the people he got also inside the group, it made me like, actually a whole lot better.
Gosh, you set up, boy, I tell you. What about you, bro?
No, I think 100%. Like, I think. Because I think when you get a mentor, you just buying time back. Yeah. Honest and truly. So anything I've ever done, I've always bought a mentor. So like, there's one thing that I always give Josh his flowers on. Like, if I talk about him to anybody, is this motherfucker knows how to create relationships with any fucking body. With anybody, I swear to God. Like it does. Like I've paid probably maybe $50,000 in mentorships. He has probably gotten $100,000 worth of mentorships for fucking free. Yeah, like for fucking free. You know what I'm saying? Like so yeah. So like I think relationships definitely plays a part. So like paid to really, get to where I be. Like he's just naturally gifted with it. Like it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like if I meet with somebody, I think I can, have a relationship, but he's just naturally just like that. And that's just like one of his strengths. So I think mentorship is like 100%. Like we talk, me and him and Makai, we talk about this all the time. So like I'm telling him the next mentorship I'm going to go buy, and it's like $16,000. So like that type of stuff I feel like will accelerate growth fast. Yeah. So I'm willing to pay $50,000 to gain 10 years. Yeah. Who wouldn't? You ask somebody that's 40 or 50, like if I gave you, if you gave me $16,000 and I gave you 10 years back, would you do it? Fuck yeah. Yeah. But the problem is like when it's reversed the other way, a lot of people look at it like, oh, I don't know if I should pay that. No, I pay money for time. So when I buy mentorships, I am buying my time back. I'm buying my life back. Money comes and goes. Time does not.
Facts.
Time goes. Man, so I don't care. I'll work my ass off to make $10,000 to give that shit away to go buy 10 years. That's fine. I'll do that. So I think a lot of people hold money to a standard that it's not that high. Like money is only intrinsically as valuable as the thing that you get with it. That's it. It's a tool. So I think mentorship is very important.
But in relationships, period. That goes back to
and
relationships.
I can contest to what he said about your dog. Even when you first started coming in here, like a lot of connection that was made, where you know all of them.
Yeah, man.
The fact that it's just like the time you had put out like, who was that outside? You're like, my son. That Josh out there. Like, what is it? How is he even here? He know. Yeah. I'm like, all right, but you like he say that, bro. You are a good guru as far as connecting and building relationships.
Because it's like relationships is so important. Because I can know nothing, and you can know everything. As long as I know you can put me in position to go make the money that I want to make. So that's why I'm real big on relationships. I don't want a relationship with everybody, but I know who to have relationships with. So that's like me not knowing. If I came to him 500 not knowing nothing, or coming to Tommy not knowing nothing about credit, cool. I know he can help me do it because he knows all about it. So I love relationships. Like,
why not? Man, it'll take you a long way, and then be careful about them bridges you burn too, because sometimes
bridges
you never can't build them
back up.
No, man,
you can't build them back up.
So that connectivity, that's a big part of growth as being a man, as a human being, and two, it's a good key in entrepreneurship to know them connections can take you a long, long, long way. So y'all, even though you do have mentors, right? And you say you may want some. How do y'all kind of stay? It's more so when you say you're paying for like mentorship classes, right? How do y'all steer from? It's a lot of frauds out here. Yeah. So what is y'all process of as far as saying like, oh, bro, maybe a whole lot of cap or whatever. I'm not going to invest in that. Like, so what is y'all mindset there? It's just you just shoot your shot and see, or can y'all right now? Y'all got the eyes to see past the fluff. So
early on, I was just because I was making a lot of money, so I was like, fuck it, I'm just, I mean, my first, I was lucky. So the first mentorship I bought, $2,000, bro. I've made so much money off that one mentor. It doesn't make any sense, right?
Guy.
So it's
he's
like
rich. I told you, he's rich now. He's
so
rich.
It's like
talking that clout.
He's rich. He's
so
rich.
I don't got a problem with like mentors. And I remember like early on, I remember Josh. Remember this like maybe when we first started talking, and I was talking to him about a mentorship I was gonna go buy. And I think it was like $5,000. He's like, $5,000? You finna go pay $5,000 for that shit? But this is the get for gas type of dude, so you'll get that for free. Yeah. So it's like, it depends. So back then I was just throwing money. I was just like, whoever looked like they're doing something, I was kind of giving them money. But luckily they kind of all worked out. But nowadays I want old dudes. I ain't gonna lie. Like I want old. I don't want anybody that's 30. I don't want anybody that's really 40. I like the next person I'm investing in is like 60, and he's been doing what he's been doing for 30, 40 years. Forbes list, all kind. I want the people that have like you got medals on. Like I want those type of people.
Gonna be in there that time. Yeah.
But the problem is those people are 10,000, 50,000, 75,000. So they're out of reach for a lot of people, which means there's not a lot of people that are doing it, which means there's less competition, which means there's more room for me to do what I want to do. So either way, I think it's a win-win. So right now I just look for the older dudes. So like I look for people that have a track record like that was there before I was born. You started before I was even breathing. Like I want that type of stuff. So that's the type of stuff I'm spending a lot of money for. Like I think probably in the next 10 years I'll probably spend a cool $300,000 in mentorships or meetings or whatever. That's kind of the plan I want to go. And every time I do it, I think I'll just 10x my net worth every time I do it.
And it's a great strategy because it's seeing as if like bro, if you was doing this before I was born, and the longevity is still here now to hear whatever you doing, something you gotta be doing something right. And whatever that key ingredient is to your cake, whatever dish you baking, definitely need that for your own recipe, man. But it's like I say again, this is a touch back on and wrap that part up. Mentorship again, I think it's a great thing to do. I'm trying myself to get deep into getting people who know more than me and this and that, and just trying to feed into me. Because again, you're not too old, too smart, too rich to learn from somebody else. And sometimes you may be older, smarter, and richer than a person that you may be learning from, but knowledge is knowledge and facts is facts. So don't discredit anybody who may not be on your level and this and that. They may just be your old small Joe from around the block, but they done been around the block and know a lot that you may can learn from too, man. So
somebody just told me that the other day.
What, the same thing?
Nah, I just get DMs, people saying my age on TikTok. That's what they love the game I give about trucking, but they always say, I don't think I can invest in you right now because you're 22. You feel me? So I just feel like pride is in the way and
ego.
You feel me? So sometimes I respond and be like, bro, I know what I'm talking about, you know, like, or sometimes I just leave it on red. God, it's like, you already made your mind up. I'm not gonna make you change your mind. You know what I'm saying? Because all money isn't, you know what I'm saying, good money. I'm not finna, I don't got time for the headaches that you're gonna give me because I might not text you this day.
Right.
You know, like a lot of mentees think like I'm supposed to be there 24/7. No, it's not how this works.
I have a life,
bro. I have a life, bro. I don't just sit there and wait for you to call me or text me. So basically what you said about like.
So with y'all being so young, man, in the entrepreneurship realm, what do y'all think is the hardest thing about that? Just being, well, as I say, like young and lit right now, whatever y'all got going on. What is the toughest things or toughest battles y'all go through being young, successful, and got it going on, versus being, of course, older and seasoned, like
the beggars.
The one with had a hand out all the time.
The beggars for sure. The beggars for sure. That's for sure. But it's a thin line between what you can act, because you know, takers gonna take. You know what I'm saying? They gonna take. So if I don't put draw a line in between what you can ask for, you'll ask forever.
Every time.
So, and that's where I had to come to, because I used to just, Joshua, can I? Boom. Joshua, you got, boom. Now I came to the conclusion, like, fuck no.
Not enough.
No, sir. Like, bro, like I can't do it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have it, or I won't respond to like later on.
Even if I do got it,
yeah, like that's the problem now. And then the other problem is a lot of people think like we gotta give them something. Like, bro, teach me trucking. All right, I got a community. Join that, bro. Nah, I want you to actually teach me, and like I want to learn for free. And I'll be telling people, bro, if you don't pay, you don't pay attention. So me teaching you to truck, I had partners I done taught trucking to, and what they doing now? Not doing trucking. I taught them for free. So that can be a factor too. Like, you know, they feel obligated or entitled to whatever that you do.
Yeah,
and like they want you to, like I know him, but like I already drew that thin line between us friends and this is my business. Yeah. So you gonna respect my business however I run it, and then when, you know, outside of us we can kick it, cool, laugh, chop it up. But once we get into this Zoom meeting or this, you know, me teaching you, this a whole nother Josh. So you gonna have to pay to play, and a lot of people don't actually want to do it. So it do break friendships, or it do like, damn, Josh just want the money. Nah, I'm not charging you. I'm charging for my talent, not your budget.
The experience, the time you put in. Like,
exactly. And when I do tell them my price, they're like, damn, you charging that much for, you know, just to teach me? Bro, I give you everything. I got connections with people you want to buy trucks from. I got connections with different brokers and shippers. I can get you dedicated lanes. It's like, bro, so I'm not just giving you something on black and white. I'm actually giving you real value, even when it's trying to get your authority. I know people that work at the FMCSA, so you can get your authority for cheaper. You know, so it's like, bro, it comes with a lot, and everybody that done came through me done left with a truck for sure. And like my youngest mentee right now is in Texas. He's 21. He make $30K a month hauling sand. Feel me? And you feel me? Yeah. He's hauling sand, and he's on his second truck. He's literally finna go buy another truck. So it's like, the proof, and I post all my testimonies. I post anytime I get somebody a truck.
See, it seems like that itself should be enough for somebody to say, bruh's worth the investment. Forget the age, forget this and that. Like, if you can see, I got real proof, real people, real results. What else are you asking for? Just
like what Tommy said in the last podcast, people miss 99% of the shots that they don't take.
Facts.
You feel me?
All the time.
So if you don't feel like I'm worthy to, you know, invest, then don't do it. I had a lady from the island. She lived in Nevada. She said, I watched this one guy, TikTok, got on the phone with him, and I learned a little bit from him. That call probably lasted 10, 15 minutes. She got on the call with me. Our call lasted 45 minutes. I gave her so much value. She was like, damn, you really love this type of stuff. Then she said, well, tonight I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna watch your stuff on TikTok. And I'm gonna watch his stuff. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna tell you who I'm gonna go with. She literally texted me at 7:00 in the morning and said, I'm rolling with you. I want you. I said, okay, cool. I said, just let me know like how you want to do everything. And she locked in with like no hesitation at all. Locked in, and we've been going since then.
That's wild, man.
You know what I mean?
What you think, bro? So what has been like the hardest thing for you as far as being a young entrepreneur, successful in your life, just on that journey?
Well, I don't think I'm successful. I just think like the standard is just lower, so it makes me seem like I'm successful, right? So it's like I think it's like a blessing and a curse, because it's like on one arm you're like, I have time, I'm ahead of my time, I'm ahead of everybody my age, but on the other side you're like, there's people that's doing more than me. I don't have that much time, so it's like mentally like it's draining on like high achievers that feel like they aren't doing what their potential is. So it's like on one side it's like you're doing good, you're doing great, keep doing what you're doing. Da, da, da. On the other side it's like you're not doing shit, do more. Da, 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 da. So it's like and then you're young, and because you're young and because you're kind of winning compared to everybody else, everybody's rooting for you. So now you have more pressure. So you fuck up, you're like, oh man, well I shouldn't have did the entrepreneurship thing, or it's just a lot more pressure when you're young. Yeah. When you're older, it's like, oh, you're just trying to get by. You're doing your thing. Okay, cool. But when you're young, it's like, oh, shit, you doing what? Oh, shit, what's the next thing? Da, 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 da. So if the next thing, you pop out with kind of flops, then it can kind of be an ego hit. And then everybody roots for the underdog. You know what I'm saying? Until the underdog is no longer the underdog. Then it's, everything that was positive turns negative. So like before, when you were on the ground, when you were making $5,000 a month, when you were making $6,000 a month, it was, oh yeah, you got your business, you doing a thing. Keep going, bro. Keep going, bro. And then when you get to 30 and 40, it's, oh, you switched up. You da-da-da-da-da. All that stuff changes. So it's like being this young and amounting to what me and Josh have amounted to, it's like it can bring supporters, but it can also bring a lot of haters. Yeah. So it's like, so it's like it can be mentally draining sometimes, and you getting pulled both ways. It's like, yeah, you're young, okay, cool, but you're also not doing that much. And then there's people our age that make 50x what we make, that have actual companies and all this type of stuff. So you compare yourself to them, and now you feel like you're not doing nothing, even though you're 22 and doing what everybody think, So I think that's what hurts me the most as far as like the age. It's not really about what he does, because I don't have a mentorship. I don't really have a mentorship, so I haven't really tried to teach anybody where everybody's like, oh, he's only 22. I haven't had that problem, but like mentally, it's like mentally draining, where it's like you think you have time, but you also think that you spent too much time on the things that didn't get you farther than what you want to be. So it's kind of mentally draining to me sometimes.
Facts, man.
Oh, that's definitely a fact, though, because I don't call myself successful right now, because I know I got a lot to do. Yeah, for my age and for the like my community of people that's around me, I'm successful to them. I'm doing my thing to them. But for me, I know how much I got left in the tank. I know how much I can give myself. So like, I literally just, when I was praying the other day, I literally just said, I'm isolating myself until I feel like myself again. So to achieve all the goals that I have wrote down for the rest of the year. So, and I know where I'm going. I already have my target. I already know what I'm going to shoot for. So for the next couple months, I know exactly what I got to do. So I know, me, I don't go out already. I just go bowling. But, even that going to have to like cut down to a T, because I damn near go bowling every weekend. And from Saturday, Sunday, probably if I go Friday. But from them 3 days, I got to, work. Because I'm not, like when I was in the Cybertruck the other day, I was like, I want one. But if I can't go buy it 3 times more, I don't need it. So therefore, I'm not working hard enough that I can go buy a Cybertruck and just be good. Because if I can go buy a Cybertruck, I'm gonna be broke as fuck. I'm gonna be done. Like I'm probably gonna be done for it. Like I probably gonna have to go get a job. So I was like, if I can't actually go buy it and be straight after, then no need. I got a lot of work to do.
So. Y'all boys are very mature in y'all time, man. These mindsets are sometimes unheard of. Like you say, in your community, they gonna see y'all being successful, but it's just at least I'm glad y'all are self-aware enough to know, like, yeah, I got X, Y, and Z going on, but I know for a fact, bro, I'm nowhere near to where I want to be. So y'all may think I'm popping or whatever. Like, I mean, to the normal,
it's like, he doing his thing.
That's what it's gonna be.
That's what I said. The standard is regular. You feel me? The floor. They
that's
just brought their goals
like,
down.
Look good on Instagram
like,
nowadays.
I want to be like Tommy and Josh. Well, Tommy got us up. Well, I know he rich as hell right now.
Man, what?
That's what a lot of people,
You're gonna proceed that.
You feel me?
Yeah.
That's not the standards. Like I said, the standards I think depend on the environment that you're in. So if I go to Decatur, then I'm a damn superstar.
Yeah.
If I go to Miami, Florida, I am nothing.
Yep.
I am
Period.
garbage. Like, and I've been to conferences down there, bro. And I love when I feel like I'm not, like I walk around, I'm like, damn, bro, I'm a little fish. Like I never forget, like I went to Patrick Bet-David. I went to his conference, and I bought like the third to the highest ticket. The highest ticket was like $20,000.
Rich.
And then the third, the highest ticket was $20,000. The third was like $3,000 or $3,400 or something. So I bought that, and then we're in there and people are doing case studies, and he's having some people come up and explain, why the case study, what they believe, whatever. And I never forget it. So this guy came up. He had some kind of medical business, and Patrick Bet-David goes to say, hey, well, what's the problem with your business? He's like, well, Patrick, he's probably like 30. Well, I just, for some reason, we're doing like $110 million a year. For some reason, we just can't seem to get past 200 or get to 300. And I'm just looking. I'm like, this is the problem. He's like, yeah, we've been stuck at around, we went from 80 to 100 to 116. We're just trying to get to 200 and 300, and we just can't figure out how to do that this year. And I'm just looking. I'm like, this is really a problem for a lot of. I'm like, this is fucking crazy. Yeah. So it's like my standard is like up here. Like when somebody says I make $1 million a year, I'm like, shit, cool, okay. Like, and I don't even make $1 million a year, but when people say it, I'm like, okay,
you shooting for more than that.
Yeah, they're like, I made $5 million last year, and I know people that make that a month. Like that. Like even though I don't make it, like just me being in the vicinity of people that do make it, it makes me lower how far-fetched it is.
Yeah.
Exactly. So if I go tell somebody, hey, I made $60,000 last month in Decatur, then they're like, oh shit, you made how much? Oh my god,
hood rich right there.
Man, if I would have said that at the conference I went to, they'd have been like, oh really? I made that shit last week. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I made that this morning.
Yeah, I made that this morning. You know what I'm saying? So it's man, being around people that bring your floor up. I think that matters a lot. Like when I hit $1 million, I'm not gonna be that excited. I ain't gonna lie. Those people fucked that up for me completely. Like when I hit $1 million, I'm like, damn.
I still feel like I hit 1,000.
Yeah, I feel like we got that mindset because we watched other people.
Yeah. Like
me personally, I watched my brother. I watched different people. I was at the barbershop. And then the dude was charging $20 for a lineup, and the dude was like $20. God damn, I'm looking like, yeah, that's who I don't want to be. Yeah, or I don't want to be that guy. Or I always said, I don't want to see the insides of the Cab County. Period. Like once I leave, I'm gone. Yeah, like I do not want to see the inside. Like I literally just watched the video on the way here. I don't want to be where niggas be at. Period. Like. Because I'm at a different level of my life where I don't want to be around certain people. So I feel like we got that mindset as young as, because, we grew up in the Cat County. So we seen people we don't want to be like, or we seen certain things, you feel me? So I always say, I drive back through here when I'm in that foreign, you feel me? Like that's when I drive back to see, okay, everybody's still here. Like my high school coach always said, go be you. Once you come back through here 10, 15 years later, everybody gonna still be the same. And that's why I took the objective to jump and go to Iowa, go 14 hours away. Then left Iowa. I did have a chance to come back to Georgia, well, closer to home to Mississippi. I was like, no, I'm finna go to California. Stay far away from home as possible. Cause it's like, I don't wanna come back and see this stuff. Yeah. It's not.
Once you get exposed to certain stuff, man, it's just like
it's different.
Used to. Yeah.
Like I was in California, fuck college. I'm in California living. I'm literally sightseeing every day. I'm going to the pier every day. I'm walking around San Francisco every day. I'm going here. I'm going there. Mind you, everything is kind of right there by each other. So I'm just taking a hike. I'm just walking. I'm in California, bro. Right. I'm living in California for 3 months, bro. I don't care about what's going back home in DeKalb County. Right. I don't care about that. I'm out here, so I feel like you feel me. And then it was like when I was living out there, I wasn't worried about nothing back at home. I was barely talking to my mom. I was barely talking to my sisters and them. The only person I was talking to every day was probably my brother. You feel me? That was it. So it was like I was up there living, like having fun, because like I said, I was barely going to practice. I used to skip practice. I wasn't doing schoolwork. So even if y'all did kick me off the team or kick me out of out of school, I still have housing because this is my apartment. So I don't have to leave. I just got to continue to pay rent and live a regular life. You feel me? So I feel like we just saw a lot of people that we did want to be like. So it like steered us a certain way. But like, yeah,
folks get stuck, man. It's just crazy. In my friend group growing up, I say it was about a good in that neighborhood, we always ran together. I was just gonna say about a good 6 of us. 2 of them dead. 2 was in jail. One of them who we thought was like, I mean, I'll tell you, bro, we was like, yeah. He made straight A's, ran track, got scholarships. He was like, you the golden child of the neighborhood.
For sure.
Bro ended up getting locked up, getting out. Now he on probation. He in and out of jail now. But it was just good to see, like, and it's not even saying no ego thing or nothing. Myself and one other guy.
Because you didn't go around. Because you were valued. I live by this. I feel like I'm more valuable when I don't come around.
Yeah.
So if every time y'all tell me to, come outside or tell me to come here or I answer the phone every time, my value go down every time. Mm-hmm. So when I don't answer the phone, when I don't come around, when I don't always come outside with y'all, when I finally do pop out, oh shit, that's Joshua.
Yeah.
Oh, now my value is more higher than it was than me just being around everybody.
Yep.
And that same thing with family.
Fact.
I stopped trying to carry everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like me carrying everybody is over with. I try to carry 100 people every time. That shit is dead. I'd rather drop them, let myself go through the door first, then come back to get them. I'll be way more valuable now.
Yep.
I would be more like, okay, Joshua handle his business. He came back to help everybody. That's what I want to do. I don't want to try to bring 100 people in at one time. That door is only fits one person,
man.
and that's me. So I'd rather go through the door myself. And if they feel a certain way, it is what it is. I'm coming back, but let me go handle my business
Folks
first.
just gotta learn how to, while you doing that, facts, they gotta learn how to just maintain until I come. If you know who I am and you know my heart and know what I'm about, you know for a fact, bro, I'm coming to get you, dog. Whether it's your homie, your mama, but y'all gotta just stop depending, because anything can happen. I can get shot today, hit by a car, so don't just depend on that and just sit back like, he coming still. Maintain, take care of your health, yourself, and just know and support me when I need you. Because for a fact, everybody gonna be number one, whether that's in the family or your friend group, dog. So just sit back and maintain. And if you know I'm on my path, shit, I'm coming back. But it's tough to get folks on the line like that, man.
Y'all better than me.
Y'all said ain't coming back for nobody.
I ain't coming back for nobody. Y'all better than me. So because it's like
certain people though. Let me say that.
When I say come back for people, Mon Dukes.
Well, yeah, that's certain people, yeah, not like the homies from the hood type shit. Yeah,
I don't. My partners got to meet me halfway.
Yeah,
like if I feel like I'm not bringing you from zero,
hell no.
If you can't come to me 50% and I bring the other 50 to try to help you out, then don't come to me.
Then it's a handout of that.
Then
point.
I know I'm babying you. I'm teaching you. I'm fishing for you. I'm not trying to teach you how to fish. You feel me? So it's like if my partner's not coming to me halfway with something then it's like it's no point. I'm not now. Me personally. All my partners that I'm around doing their shit, so I don't have to come back for nobody with them.
Y'all in a good spot.
Now, when it comes to like family, mom, dude, sister, nephew, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But partners, I got a certain type of dudes around me that I know we're going to be damn near.
Ain't nothing to worry about.
We're going to be damn near a foot away. So I don't got I'm not coming back for partners now. Not coming back for partners, and I ain't come back for no girl. Yeah. Hear me? That shit is dead.
I ain't even.
That shit is dead. I'm not come back for no partners.
Yeah. Hear this shit now. Y'all didn't know.
Because at the end of the day, everybody got the same 24 hours as me.
Same.
Yeah.
And we all, just because I didn't play with mine don't mean
I owe you.
I owe you anything.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still going to do me. You know, what's up, my boy? You all right?
What you going to say?
Yeah, hey, it's good seeing you. We gone.
Yeah.
We ain't going to be here for too long. So I'm not coming back.
That's when all that jealousy and stuff kick in. Like, oh, bro, you ain't gonna go. I'm like, bro.
But then you got certain people that might be envious of you, and you got to X them out. Like they can be proud of you. They can be so fucking proud of you, and they can say it, but deep down inside, like, God damn, why this nigga got this shit?
Yeah,
I don't got no partners like that. I don't got no partners like that around me. Period.
It's a blessing that you don't, and I don't either. So I'm guaranteed y'all in the same group. So yeah.
I don't got that.
I literally told this man, Harrison posted Subway. I told the nigga, if he don't post it, I'm gonna post it. And I'm like I bought it. Cause he kept it away from us for so long.
Word. Why you keep it away?
Man, he kept
I wanted
it.
to pop out with it.
He kept it away. Bro,
pop out and show
he kept
niggas.
it away for us so long. One day he called me. He was like, shit, you wanna know what I just bought? I said, what you bought? I was like, you bought apartment complex? He was like, nah. I know what you bought. He was like, Subway. I said, nigga, Subway. then he showed me the paperwork. So I was like, okay. I was like, pop out with it right now. But when I'm so excited for my partners, I can't hold shit in. So I was like, this nigga talking about Subway. What the fuck? Okay.
That until this nigga last.
Like, you feel?
I told him close to the date.
Tell Josh anything.
Bro, I was like, this nigga about Subway. But I ain't telling him, but every time I thought about it, I was like, this nigga about Subway.
Yeah, that's
like,
lit.
what the hell? And then when he made the video, then he showed me, I'm like, man, post this shit before I post this motherfucker. You feel me? So like now when I do go out and they're like, well, who your circles is? I show them like, he own the Subway, Kai do real estate, my partner Keon do insurance. So now I know for a fact, just basically like, I bring him everywhere. He bring me because I know he's gonna definitely deliver. Because we done did tag teams before, schools and stuff like that. So I know if I bring Keon, he's definitely gonna deliver. I bring Kai, he's definitely gonna and I bring him, damn sure gonna deliver. I already know that. So it's like the circle is so tight. I know like all the bros gonna have their own thing. So
yeah, I was saying y'all better than me though. I ain't going back for nobody. Because it's like my Dukes and my pops. Cool. One, they are older, so they don't really got that much time, and you know what I'm saying. That's different. Yeah. But like sisters and like I feel like they just like me, right? Because I'm the youngest, so
same.
It kind of bothers me. It bothers me sometimes that I'm the farthest and the youngest and the one that's dependent on because it doesn't make sense in my mind. It just doesn't make sense. Like I'd be damned if I had a little brother, and I'm asking him for shit. Like, so it's like I'm not coming back. If you want to try to walk with me. Cool, like I'm learning, and then I kick it off to you with what you doing. Like if y'all two were like brothers, and he was maybe 4 years older than you or whatever, right? And he was teaching you everything, and y'all walking together. That's cool. Yeah. That's different. But you're not gonna do the same BS you've been on, and then watch me grow, and then ask me for you know what I'm saying. So I really don't have no sympathy to that. My family will tell you that. Like the same way you said where you don't come around, and when you come around, it's like, oh shit. Swear to God, my family reunion happened. My mom told me to go to the last day because I didn't go to it. My mom told me to go to the last day. How that went. Swear to God, I walked in. Everybody, oh my God, we did not. They was gonna see you for some years. I swear to God, I swear to God,
more value, bro.
And I'm just like, yeah, because y'all want to stay here, and I want to go here. I can't. You know what I mean? Like it just
they're so used to seeing that, and they think it's cool. I feel like I want to get far as way as possible. You know? So like. When I do say like sister, like my sister is a nurse in the hospital. She's making, and then she's finna be a travel nurse.
Nice.
So she's making a bag. You feel me? So when I say come back for sister, we talking about, let's go, baby. Like like come on.
Blow it up with what you already did. Blow it up what you already did.
Add it on top of that.
Yeah, add on. That's a better way to say it. Add on top.
So just add on whatever she got. Now my Dukes. She can get the fucking world. She don't have to work another day. That shit is set in stone. You feel me? But everybody else is like, you gotta, it can't be a handout. Because when you the breadwinner of the family, everybody will come to you for every idea possible. They didn't think about this idea until you start making money, but now they want you to fund the idea. It's like, what do I get out of this? I don't want to start that. That's like me coming to time like, yo, bro, let's start a strip club. Who the fuck? Like what? Like how? You won't even go to. Like how would I come to you as a little brother? And you 5 years older. Yeah, bro. Let's start a strip club, and I'm just at the crib, just smoking weed all day. Chilling. How the hell do I know you gonna run this? It's not gonna work. So if you're not, if we ain't running together,
like, you gotta make sense. Like make it make sense.
And I'm thinking longevity, bro. Everything gotta make sense now. So I know. I literally got on my home screen everywhere. I need to make $1 million before 25. Like that's the max. Like I gotta get it, and I like the route that I'm going now. I know I'm gonna hit it because I know what I'm focused on. I know I have no distractions, no girl distractions, no outside life distractions. I'm in one lane right now, and I know the lane that I'm going. I got bros around me that's on the same thing. You feel me? 3 of my main partners on the same thing, and everybody keep each other balanced. Everybody keep each other on one thing. Yeah. So I know for a fact I'm gonna hit that before 25. Period. I know that. So family don't know what I do. I don't keep my family in the loop with anything.
You say you don't?
The only thing they know is I got a truck. They don't know how many I got.
A truck is on the road.
They don't know nothing. I promise they don't know nothing else. They don't know anything about what I do. It's just family members. You tell family members things.
They feel the most entitled. Though,
and no, they shoot it down. Blood, and they shoot it down. So it's like, why am I telling y'all?
They project their fears and fears onto your life. Like, if I couldn't do it, you can't do it. But it's like, just because you couldn't do it, don't try to put that on me.
And that's the same thing with trucking. I tell people like, bro, people say don't get into trucking. People say I need time. Well, how the hell you gonna get time if you don't start the business? You feel me? So you trying to you listen to John, because John telling you, his failures in trucking. Everybody's journey in trucking is different.
Totally different.
Can't nobody tell me how much I made in trucking. I will post my numbers. I will show you face. Like I was in the barbershop the other day, and the old head was telling the barber like, trucking ain't really, that shit ain't nothing. And I walked in, he was like,
only if you know who just
you
said
feel
that.
me? I walked in, he was like, that's who run a truck company right now. So he was like, young blood, what? You got a truck? I said, I got 2 of them. He was like, what you haul? I was like, I haul cars, and my other one is a drive-in. He was like, so how much you be making on a weekly? I told him. He was like, but you know the rates is low. I said, I don't use the low bore. I said, I got dedicated lanes. I've made connections. I said, what was you doing? He said, the main part that fucked me up with trucking was was maintenance. I said, you're just like the typical other people.
You said
I said, you feel me? I said, you're like the typical people. Y'all fail because of maintenance. Now y'all want to tell everybody else, don't jump into it. That's your fault, bro. That's literally your fault. Why don't tell nobody?
But that's something that's really preventable. Like,
bro, if you know how to balance your money out and know how to separate things, a lot of people agreed to me when I said that. Separated, they was like, yeah, that's definitely smart. And some people was like, well, I'm not making that much to even separate. Well, you need to go do some, adjusting. But that's why another people lose in trucking because they stay stagnant to one thing. If they tell me drive-in isn't paying the way it's paying now, it's time to go get let's say a car hauler. I'm going to go buy me another car hauler trailer, hook that up to my second truck. We're gonna run that shit. I'm not gonna stay a robot to this shit. You got to change lanes, even with livestock. I go get a livestock trailer and go haul animals all day.
Cows and that.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to stay stagnant to one thing, and that's how people in trucking do. They stay stagnant to one thing and want to sell their truck like that. Because if I would have sold my truck back then, I wouldn't be here now. Literally, I stuck it out. I literally stuck my truck out. It sat for 6 months. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I could have sold that shit literally.
Yeah.
You remember? I didn't know what I went back. I bought the truck and went back to FedEx. No cap. Dead ass for real. And I was working at temp jobs. Real shit. You feel me? I was working.
Want to quit?
You feel me? I was working at temp jobs, and I probably was going to work probably 2 times out of the week.
I remember this.
Yeah, I wasn't going to work. That shit was bad. You feel me? So it's all a balance, bro.
Yeah, man. That's just life, bro. And again, that's why I say like everything you just said is compound knowledge, compound experience in this time, but people just cannot let your age deter them from learning from y'all boys. I'm telling y'all, anybody who listens to this podcast, listen to y'all offline, online, and personally, it's so much game and knowledge to learn. It's undeniable, bro. Like, it's undeniable, so you just cannot do that. But what I want y'all to do, right, so I guarantee in both of y'all minds, in your lane with trucking and your lane with being on the franchising that Subway and everything else on your path, y'all got at least hours and hours of knowledge in y'all head, right? So individually, just speaking to your industry and your lane, like, and even this may be, shoot, they about to get these free gems for free. Y'all owe me something for this, though. They about to give y'all some game. But just whatever y'all want to give out to try to just help somebody out about your lane, is whether it's the mental state, the funding, just how do you do this, how you do that. Like, just take y'all turn, just go in and tell them, get them some free game real quick. Something they probably usually got to pay y'all for. Ain't got to be too much in depth, but give them something out of that.
Something they got to pay for.
Talk to y'all people, man.
Okay, so for my industry, like, this is for people that, if you want to get a franchise, cool, but I don't consider that my industry.
And let them know.
Yeah. So what I think that I do is like general business. Like, I want to be able to buy, scale, and exit companies. So every business I touch, I want to be able to scale it up, right? So what I always ask myself before I look at any deal, any case study or anything, even before I bought the Subway, was what can I add value in? There's different people that are better at different things. So some people are better at marketing. If you know how to run Facebook ads, if you know how to, do videos, okay, cool. For some reason, T.Wright know how to go viral. I don't know how the hell I do it, but I know how to go viral. So whatever you're good at, you need to attach that to whatever you're trying to do. So like when I bought the Subway, the numbers were the numbers. Okay, cool. But you can also make numbers on social media, and I knew that. And T.Wright's good at going viral. So what did I do? I just used the business brand that I bought to then go viral. So then I can push that to whatever my personal brand is. So that's kind of the game that I would give, is whatever you're good at, figure out what you can expand that on. Like I said, I'm good at going viral, so I was able to buy a brand that everybody knows and then connect that brand with Tommy, so now everybody knows Tommy. So when you think about business, if you have your own business and you're thinking about growth, think about what you're good at and then harp on it and harp on it and harp on it, and then use that to accelerate whatever growth that you want to do. That's pretty much it.
She got Josh.
Damn.
He said, that's tough.
No cap. Mine's would be, so you want me talking?
Yeah, this is your time.
So
whatever one.
mine's would be basically people that want to start a trucking company. Except I know y'all, like I said, y'all hear all the noise, like all the chatter about not starting it, but I feel like any entrepreneur that looks for the exit strategy can never establish a business because they always trying to look for the exit point. Stay down and grow it, because like trucking is an age thing, but if you never start the business, you will never get to the point of making an actual bag. So don't listen to the people that's telling you to jump out of it, or don't actually get into it. Just jump into it. Their journey and your journey is two different journeys. I'm 22, been in it for 2 years. I have made more money than people that been in it for 10, 15, 20 years. And I have had all the, bro, don't get into it. You don't need to do it. Fuck them. Do it. You feel me? So that's all I got to say for real.
Yeah, man. So look, y'all, like I said, I know this episode for real, it's a lot of gems in it, right? And again, I want to give both of y'all flowers for it and keep saying it, because y'all are young with a mindset that most people don't have. Like, it's very, very, very rare. So if anybody was watching this podcast, run this thing back a couple of times. Like, I know for a fact, now, this is the longest pod we ever done. So it's a lot.
Breaking records.
A lot to dig into. I'm for real. No cap. It's a lot to dig into this episode, whether you are trying to get into trucking or whether you are want to be a franchise owner or just have just that entrepreneurial spirit or mindset. So make sure y'all just tap in and tune in again. Thank y'all. Thank you for coming back more than once. Thank you for coming in and pulling up again. I know you just hit us long ago, so I appreciate you for that. But so if y'all was watching, make sure y'all tune in on YouTube. That's Inherited Podcast, NHERITD Podcast. Make sure y'all follow me on social media at Sir Gates PC. Real quick, where can they follow y'all at? I forgot to ask y'all that.
J.Shepphard on TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah, I'm CEO.T.Wright on every platform: YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram.
Oh yeah, YouTube too. YouTube Trucking Success Route.
Oh, yeah. Make sure y'all tap into all their platforms. Like, again, outside of this episode, personally on their platforms, so much gain that y'all could and should be paying for, but it's there. So, again, thank y'all for tuning in. I am Sir Gates. Is in here the podcast. Until next time, we'll holler at y'all, man.
Slap.
Shit's good.
Yeah, man.